In this video, we are going to see how we can draw the diagrams for the type number 1, 2 and 3 liquid pairs. There will be 3 diagrams where the mole fraction is plotted against vapor pressure. This will be for type number 1, this will be for type number 2 and this will be for type number 3. So type number 1, 2 and 3. These 3 diagrams will be for vapor pressure against mole fraction, and these 3 diagrams will be boiling point versus mole fraction for type number 1, 2 and 3. So to begin with the drawing, we must not forget that we have assumed that the liquid A is more volatile than B. So as we have discussed before, liquid A, if it is more volatile than B, then as compared to the B, its vapor pressure must be more at the particular temperature. So when pure A is taken, its vapor pressure must be more than the vapor pressure of pure B. So pure A is plotted, it is here, XA is equal to 1, B is absent. So somewhere here, if we assume the vapor pressure of A is there, then comparatively at the lower level, the vapor pressure of B will be there. So same is the case with type number 2 and 3 also. As we have considered A is more volatile than B, the point A will be at the upper position than the B. This is B, this is A. This is B, this is A. So first of all, we shall take into consideration the points A and B, the vapor pressures of pure A and B. What will happen if the liquid pair of A and B is belonging to type number 1? Then, in this case, the mixtures of A and B will have the intermediate vapor pressures. And according to Konovalov's rule, the vapors are always richer in the component which is more volatile. So, if you draw this vapor pressure against mole fraction in case of the type number 1 liquid pair, the mixtures will have the intermediate vapor pressure. So, the curve will appear like this. Every point on the curve will have intermediate vapor pressure in between the points A and B, not equal to A or B, or not even more or less than B A or less than B, but it will be intermediate between the two. At the same time, if we take into consideration the vapors, the composition of vapors of the mixtures, then we shall find it will be plotted like this curve which is represented in the green color. Okay, so the green will represent the vapor phase and red will represent the liquid phase. This is the diagram for vapor pressure and composition for type number 1 liquid pair, that is ideal solutions, nearly ideal solutions, or we can say the liquid pairs with intermediate vapor pressure. The mixtures will have the intermediate vapor pressure. Therefore, it is type number 1. Similarly, the ideal behavior of the liquid pairs is decided by the Raoult's law, as we have discussed in the first lecture. So, when it is type number 2 liquid pair, it shows positive deviations from Raoult's law. Positive, that means more. The mixture will have more vapor pressure than the pure liquids. So there will be a maximum in the vapor pressure and mole fraction graph. That means if A is pure, it is having this vapor pressure represented by point A. B is less volatile as compared to A, therefore B is represented by this point, which is lower to A. And if the mixtures are taken into consideration, it will have a maximum vapor pressure. So the graph of liquid, composition of liquid, if it is taken into consideration, the graph will be like this. It will have a maximum in the vapor pressure curve. At the same time, if we consider the vapors, the composition of the vapors will be represented by the green curve as being drawn by me. So vapors will have the composition represented by the points on the green curve, whereas liquid will be represented by the red curve. So here also we can observe this point, a new point has arrived, which can be called as a C point, or we can say it is a point of maximum where the two curves, green curve as well as red curve, both are meeting together. That means this is the point C, the point of maximum, where the composition of liquid and vapors is not different, but it is one and the same. So at the point C, or at the point of maximum, the liquid and vapor, both phases have the same composition. That is why we can see the green curve and red curve, the liquid curve and vapor curve, both are meeting together in this point C. So this is the diagram for type number 2 liquid pairs, where the vapor pressure is plotted against mole fraction. It is showing positive deviations from Raoult's law, and therefore it is having more vapor pressure, even more from the more volatile component A. So this is the graphical representation of type number 2 liquid pair, where the liquids are showing positive deviations from Raoult's law. If we consider type number 3 liquids, these are showing negative deviations from Raoult's law, and therefore if this is the more volatile liquid represented by point A, B is representing the vapor pressure of pure B. If these two are mixed together, the various compositions of the liquids A and B will give rise to various points on the curve, which are represented by this particular graph, where the mixture is having even less vapor pressure than B. So the graph will be represented like this. At the same time, if we consider the liquid and vapors, these will be represented by two different, we can say, curves as represented by me. Red curve represents liquid and green curve represents vapors. Here also we get the point C, where the composition of vapors represented by green curve and composition of liquids represented by red curve are equal to each other, and therefore the two curves are meeting together here. The liquid as well as vapors have the same composition of A and B in the mixture. The same is the case here also. So these three are the diagrams for vapor pressure and composition for type number 1, 2 and 3 liquids. Type 1 is ideal or nearly ideal solution. Type 2 is showing positive deviation from Raoult's law. Type 3 is showing negative deviations from Raoult's law. Intermediate vapor pressure, maximum vapor pressure, minimum vapor pressure. Okay, so these three are the diagrams. Now we shall draw the diagrams for boiling point and mole fraction. Here in this case, as A is more volatile as we have assumed, it is having more vapor pressure, and therefore this A will require little temperature to equalize its vapor pressure to the atmospheric vapor pressure, and therefore the boiling point of A will be at a lower level as compared to the B. A will boil at lower temperature as compared to B. So A is below, B is above. We shall first of all draw all these A points and B points on all these graphs. Okay. So first type number 1, the liquid pair is ideal. That means it is having intermediate vapor pressure. That means it will have the intermediate boiling points as well. Okay. So if we can draw the graph, the curve will be like this. This is representing the liquid. If at all at the same time the vapors and their composition is considered, the curve will be like this. Vapors. Okay. The boiling point of the mixture will always be in between the points A and B. Intermediate boiling points, ideal liquid mixtures. Okay. If we consider type number 2, then in this case the mixture representing point C is maximum, point of maximum in the vapor pressure and composition diagram. This mixture will boil at a lower temperature. So the graph will be like this. This point C is a point of minimum here, because boiling point of the mixture which is having maximum vapor pressure will have a minimum boiling point. At the same time, the composition of vapors will be represented by the green curve as being shown by me. So at the point C, here the liquid mixture is having the same composition as to that of vapors. Okay, so here in vapor pressure and mole fraction diagram, the point C is maximum vapor pressure. Here the liquid whose composition is represented by point C is having minimum boiling point. Okay, if we consider the mixture number 3, the mixture is non-ideal. It is showing negative deviations from Raoult's law, and therefore point C is representing the point of minimum here. So this mixture of composition corresponding to point C will have lowest vapor pressure, and therefore it will be represented by a point of maximum in the boiling point and mole fraction diagram. So the curve will be represented like this. This is for vapors and this is for liquid. The point C is representing the point of maximum boiling point. तर विद्यार्थी मित्र हो, या 6 डायग्रॅम्स आपण या कशा काढायच्या आपण बघितल्या. आता सर्वात महत्त्वाची गोष्ट आहे की या लक्षात कशा ठेवायच्या. आपण कोनोवेलॉफ्स रूल परत एकदा पाहतोय की ज्यामध्ये असं म्हटलं आहे की वेपर्स आर ऑलवेज रिचर इन द कंपोनंट हुज you can say which is more volatile, the component which is more volatile. अगदी साध्या भाषेत म्हणायचं तर जो कंपोनंट जे लिक्विड हे जास्त वोलाटाईल असेल ते जास्त प्रमाणात वेपराईज होईल आणि त्यामुळेच त्याचं वेपरायझेशन जास्त झाल्यामुळे वेपर प्रेशर त्याचं जास्त असेल. त्यामुळे वेपर प्रेशर आणि कंपोजिशन डायग्रॅममध्ये ए जर आपण असं समजलं असू की ए हे जास्त वोलाटाईल आहे तर हे बीपेक्षा वरच्या बाजूला त्याचा पॉईंट असणार आहे आणि त्यामुळेच बॉइलिंग पॉईंट कंपोजिशन डायग्रॅममध्ये ए पॉईंट हा बीपेक्षा खालच्या बाजूला असणार. ही पहिली गोष्ट लक्षात ठेवायची. दुसरी गोष्ट लक्षात ठेवण्यासाठी अवघड वाटेल की लिक्विडचा कर्व कोणता आणि वेपरचा कर्व कोणता हे कसं लक्षात ठेवायचं. एक साधी सोपी आयडिया सांगते की आपण जेव्हा बॉइलिंग पॉईंट आणि कंपोजिशन डायग्रॅम काढत असतो, बॉइलिंग म्हणजे काय सांगा. बॉइलिंग म्हणजे लिक्विड असतं आणि लिक्विड इव्हॅपरेट होत असतं. लिक्विड खाली असतं आणि वेपर्स वरती असतात. तुम्ही जर या 3 डायग्रॅम्स व्यवस्थित पाहिल्या तर लक्षात येईल की इथे वेपर्सचा कर्व जो आहे तो वरच्या बाजूला आहे. म्हणजे बॉइलिंग पॉईंटमध्ये जर बॉइलिंग प्रोसेस आपण लक्षात ठेवली तर लिक्विड खालती असतं आणि वेपर्स वरती असतं. लिक्विड खाली, लिक्विडचा कर्व हा खाली आणि वेपर्सचा कर्व हा वरती. याच पद्धतीने जर आपण बघितलं तर लक्षात ठेवायचं झालं तर वेपर प्रेशर आणि कंपोजिशन डायग्रॅममध्ये वेपर प्रेशर म्हणजे आपण सोप्या भाषेत बघितलं की वेपर्स आर क्रिएटिंग द प्रेशर विच इज कॉल्ड वेपर प्रेशर. ह्या डायग्रॅम्स लक्षात ठेवण्यासाठी आपण असं लक्षात ठेवायचं की वेपर्स आर अंडर प्रेशर. अंडर प्रेशर म्हणजेच लक्षात काय ठेवायचं की वेपर्सचा कर्व हा खालच्या बाजूला असेल आणि लिक्विडचा कर्व हा वरच्या बाजूला असेल. जर हा क्रम आपल्या लक्षात राहिला तर इथून पुढे येणारा जो फ्रॅक्शनल डिस्टिलेशनचा कन्सेप्ट आहे तो आपल्याला समजण्यासाठी सोपा जातो. तर या पद्धतीने आपण या डायग्रॅम्स काढायच्या आहेत.